But first of all, we're going to begin it with a poem. Word of something. Shout out DJ Spoo. Kiboni Maru, Apula, Tula Nana, Tula. The ancestral voices are not silent. Basabua. We ask as mortals, Senzenina, and they respond, Senzenina, the descendants of an eternal lineage, flipping through reality as a motion picture. In our mind's eye, we keep you as a beautiful image. Now enter the physical virtual reality, for even in your ignorance, you have always been metaphysical. So today we're going to be talking about how these trees, but I'm going to give you the scientific explanations behind this. So you hear hug a tree, you hear you are energy, you hear your hair is an aerial and it connects to the sun, and you hear melanin, and these are some things that are strange to you because you've never heard them before. But what I'm about to tell you right now is that sonke lana, as Africans, we don't even need to go into education. First of all, let's start with, why are we the ones who are so smooth when it comes to music? Why are we the ones that comes to being smooth when it comes to dancing, when it comes to sport? Why is the fastest man a black man from Jamaica? Why is the world's longest distance runner a black dude from Kenya or Somalia? What is it about this darkness? Why is it that the smoothest people with the bounce in a walk, what is that? But at the same time, why is it that these very same people are at the very bottom of the scale? Well, I'm going to tell you that the reason why, Tina, as abantu abamnyama, we are putting each other down is because it is not by us wanting to do that. It is by a very intelligent design. It is by very, very intellectual people who have gotten a hold of our knowledge and are using that in that particular knowledge. They are pressing us. So now I'm going to ask you a question. Where do you think the information that you learn at school comes from? What do you think mathematics come from? What do you think is science, astronomy, astrology, biology, anatomy, chemistry? What do you think all these things come from? Architecture. Where do you think they come from? These are not things that you just know overnight. All these people who we learn about in school, who taught these people? Where did they get this information? Because now we are, there's some things in poetry they need time to study, especially the stars, especially herbs. What I'm going to tell you, listen to this. So now, quick lesson. Yes, Moshe's card. In school, you learn about these people who discovered electricity, math, science. So-called discovered. They were not discovering anything new, because these things were already known, and they were known by people who looked like you, but they will not tell you, because in a war, if you read the art of war by Sun Tzu, it says that the one who becomes victorious in a war, which is Yimbi. Babu Kredomuto told us that Africans hated war so much that they even put in their language, when they say something is ugly, but yimbi. And what do they call a war? Imbi. Because war is ugly. We never dealt with that to that level that, obviously there will always be conflict, but we never did it to the extreme. But then something happened, that war came upon us. And in that war, because we were a peaceful people, we lost. And I'm only doing this because to be peaceful means that you have to, you can't have this amount of intellect and not know there's an evil out there. We knew about the force of evil, but we guys, Ubuntu dominates us. So for us, our greatest strength became our greatest weakness. So now, learn about math, science, all these things, but you never ask yourself, where did they get this information? Well, first of all, I'm going to tell you that they got it straight up from Africa. They got it from the best libraries in the world, the Library of Alexandria. It wasn't even called that. They got it from Abu Timbuktu. They got it from Kemet, which is now what they call Egypt. They got it from right here down in the south, in South Africa, right? So when they came in Zimbabwe, so when they traveled all over Africa, they found these beautiful structures and monuments. They were like, there's no way that these people we are calling barbarian built this, and there's no way that they came up with civilization, because I mean, Joe, they baboons, they monkeys. So now, the thing is, when you, the descendants of the people who created, invented, came up, that's why I said, if you can come up with dope dancing moves and you can control culture, how much more do you think that you control what civilization is? You set the tone of what humanity does. So if my all of a sudden the whole world likes Kwaito music, the whole world likes Kwaito, hip hop in Vanek, the whole world, what makes you think that maybe mathematics and the whole world followed you? You knew about astronomy before and the whole world followed you. You knew about healing and herbs, so you knew about all of these things, but then for some reason you were conquered, and in that conquering you lost your information. So now in this particular conversation we're going to get into it. So Krumangani sizokhuluma about hugging a tree. Hugging a tree is not just a physical thing. Hugging a tree, it's psychological, guys. Come on, don't take everything as being physical. You can go hug a tree physically, but I'm telling you that there's deeper coded meanings to what this is. These are parables. If you look at what we call your fingerprint, I don't know if the camera is going to show my fingerprint right now. I don't even know where the camera is, because so one could be the flash, But anyway, if you look at your fingerprint, it has the same spiral or the same geometry as a galaxy. The same spiral as Wela is. It has the same spiral as the shell of a particular sea creature or a snail. So what does that show you? It shows that you and nature are one and the same. So what are these particular geometries of a sunflower and this is called sacred geometry, or the Fibonacci golden spiral. So now this lets you know that you and nature are one and the same. What nature is, you are. The rivers outside are your veins inside. The trees outside are your lungs inside. The heavens and stars outside are your brains and the neurons inside. Everything that is outside is in you, because you and nature are one and the same. You have been taught, Uguti, you are this, and everything outside of you is something that is alien. But no, you need to study nature and you will see that the very same geometry that creates nature is what creates you. Now, if you look at trees, if you look at trees, some particular trees have this beautiful auric field, like the one that was in the beginning of the video that I shot. It has this particular auric, it has this dome thing, it has a center, and then the leaves branch out, and the branches, they do this, right? That is what we call an electromagnetic field, which you could otherwise call an aura. An aura is an energy field of magnetism and electricity. So you are a being that attracts through magnetism. Electricity, it gives out. A magnet, it attracts. So your aura has an electromagnetic. The electricity gives out because it is masculine. It is the male. You know how Indorda has he has the particular penis, and the woman has the vagina, which receives, and the penis gives. So that's what you also have, but in energy. Angfuna ma-pervert lana, don't think sex. No, everything in the universe is about energy. You are an energy field. You have this around you. You give and you take energy all the time. What you get, it's in the Bible. As a man thinketh, so is he. What you think, you become. So you are an electromagnetic field, and that field or that energy is governed by what is called your aura. This aura around you is an energy field. It don't izinto from different directions, and it gives out things from different directions from inside of you. So now, when you stand in nature barefoot, you're not just standing in nature because you are a weird guy and so pete majos. No, you are connecting with nature, because guess what? You are nature. When you learn the ancient languages of Africa, they speak about the netters. Egypt, by the Great Walls. There's what you see Abantu who have these different animal heads. You know what they call that? They call those the netters. This is where they got the word nature from. Netter means nature. So the ancient African people, what they did was, explain it. They made mythological parable stories. Explain, hey, you are divine gods, but because people at the particular time when this information was being made, they were ignorant, they had to make it in a form of parables. Now, and symbology or allegories, shorty, they would make it in a way, not the story, but it has a deeper meaning to it. This is what it means. A netter is a representation of something that we find in nature. This is also how language was created. When you hear words like hoho, which is inkuku, when you hear the sounds that a chicken makes, when you hear the sound that a baby chicken makes, come on, man. When you hear the sounds that a tree makes when the wind blows into a tree, how does it go? What? Islasha Musari. Come on, man. Come. I know you don't believe me. Some of you right now, you're still skeptical. All right, I'm going to give you another example. What do we call a house here in South Africa? In Zulu. Indlu. Do you know what they call a house in the north? Those gents who live in those snow houses that are made out of like ice blocks. Do you know what Baibizan? This is way up there in the north, bruh. Abasila le pezul. Yes, Baibizan like that. An igloo. An igloo. What do you call it? So when we make jokes about things that are actually real, it's not that there's something wrong with us or something wrong with the person that is saying that. There's something wrong with the educational systems in a way that they have taken the truth, and because they know who you are, bagniga only a little bit. So when someone comes and gives you such truth that is so divine, it resonates with you. It makes you panic. From grade RT, grade 12, and even in varsity, but what he's saying, so the natural response psychologically is to make fun of that, is to ridicule that. I mean, there's 3 levels to a truth. They say that first of all, when a truth is first of all denied, it's ridiculed, and then it is violently opposed, and then the third thing is it is accepted as being self-evident. So those are the 3 levels of truth. So Tina, as Africans, we are still in the stages of denial. We are still in the stages of violently opposing the truth, because this truth we haven't been given in the educational system. Because we have been conquered. We have been ruled. What we are learning is not, we don't decide what it is that we have to learn. So, of course it sounds foreign when someone comes and tells you, bro, when you hug a tree, you are connecting with nature, when you walk barefoot. These people who are giving you this very same information, they know that they know about energy. They know that we ourselves are energy. We are made up of atoms. These atoms make up molecules. These molecules make up cells. These cells make up tissues. These tissues make up organs, and these organs make up a whole organism. You are layers. unama step mfowethu, like it's not just ukuthi boom umuntu, no, you uhlakaniphe beyond your own comprehension. You are beyond mfowethu thina ayarithitsebe like ngifuna ukwata mara ngeke ngikwate because I have to be calm, because angazi ukuthi le message izobona ubani. But man, our intelligence, we are reflections of umdali, what we call usomnini, obasom, mudimo, unkulunkulu, uthixo. That thing, you cannot even say ukuthi it's a he. Thina wasifundisa ukuthi our father. Bro, how do you say that God, the infinite creator, he out, bro? It is beyond way out to richere umama ubaba. It is what is. It is everything that is. When you look at a tree, le mosquito le nyanyisayo, so when you know, anything and everything is the creator, and the creator is expressing itself. Mathics singing yana deep. Ishingafuna ukuba deep kakhulu kuleni. Ngifuna nje ukukhuluma ngokhaka izihlahla ukuthi we have an aura around our body, and when we connect with nature, we are connecting with Mother Earth. Umama, Mother Earth, and the Father is the spirit stealing at deep. Ish, angazi ukuthi le ndaba ngizoyibeka kanjani because you are deep. Ish. Okay, no, let me do it like this. I'll ngehlise. Yo, ngicela ukuthi ngehlise. In school we learned that energy cannot be created or destroyed. What are you? You are energy. So you cannot be created or destroyed. That's telling now. Everything in nature is also energy. And you can connect with that energy in different ways. So mawudla, when you eat food, you are connecting with the energy of the universe, umhlaba. Secondary. So when you're eating fruits, you are taking in the primary energy of the sun, but secondary because you are eating a banana, a mango. So the sun gives the tree energy and it makes a fruit, and then you come and take the fruit and eat it, and thus you get energy and you are energized. But when you go outside and spend time in the sun and meditating, you are getting that energy, like it's primary energy, directly in your skin, in your melanin. It's not just this melanin physical, there's an inner melanin. But I'm going to because I'm going to go deep. So now, if you are energy, it means that I'm defeated. I don't know. I don't know how to make this. I don't know how to simplify it. I think the easiest way ni dope. Ni dope. You are amazing. I think that's, even in your ignorance, you're amazing. No man ngazi ukuthi izikhiphani, still you're amazing. Because the world, the system just wants to keep you down. They just want to keep you focused on the lower things, like because they know who your ancestors are, and you yourself are your ancestors, because ikazi mfethu ingaphakathi kwakho mari ababatlileng pele ga asale ka gare ga rumba gaba. Hugging a tree is not just physical. It is a psychological, metaphysical thing. When you look at your lungs and you look at the structure of a tree, when you look at your veins and you look at how rivers flow, when you look at your brain, your neurons, and then you look at how galaxies and stars are constructed, when you look at your bones and you look at trunks of trees, Kulumanga, my ancestor, but without breath, you would die in 5 minutes. Without water, you would die in like a week or two, without food, without the elements. So the elements are your ancestors too. Without water, mfowethu, uzofa mfowethu. Without breath, where do you get oxygen from? From the trees. And you're gonna laugh when we say hug a tree, because you're thinking it's physical. No, bro, it's spiritual. Connect with nature. Every day, you gotta go to Twitter, check your Twitter, check your WhatsApp, check your Instagram, on phone. It's technology. It's distracting you. It's putting you into the simulation. But you know what's the best simulation? The best simulation is because our minds are already a simulation. This is a virtual reality. But then again, guys. And asikhulumi ngalezi zinto estradini masihlangana sihlale sifuna ukukhuluma ngama-boyfriend, ngama-girlfriend, which is good because that's love, but sikhuluma ngazo in a way that's just labantwana ngiyabangena boy, nginama-chair I turn. Yo, girl, I'm playing 4 guys at the same time. All of them are buying me airtime. You know, it's not that it's bad, but this is all that we are being kept. This is the level that they are. There's more. There's deeper conversations that we used to have such amazing thoughts that those particular thoughts you were seen as being like a weirdo. But that's what this channel is about. So I'm going to figure yonke information in one video. It's impossible. So I'm just going to stop this right here, right now, and say, I'm saying, guys, don't just hug a tree. Know that you are a tree. You are a tree. In the East, they call man saptapana. That means man plant. So we are the plants of God. We have been planted here as divine seeds. To bring about an idea that the Creator has or had about itself. But then, hey, Maru, Pula, guys. We're gonna read. This is the year, man. Like, I don't care whether I don't even want to convince. It's not about convincing. You are great. I don't care what you have out. I know. So it's about to get beautiful for you African people. It's about to get beautiful for the whole of humanity. But I just have to mention African people because the cultures do exist, and for some reason Africans have been so suppressed, and the reason for that is because I'll talk about that in another video. Why are you being so suppressed? But until next time, peace, love and light, family. Much love. And we will have a treat.